What's up? Welcome to my next video. In this video I'm going to be drawing Katsumi Orochi from the TV series Baki the Grappler, and I'm going to do this the same as I'm going to do a lot of my future videos, where I'm just draw the basic shapes to kind of outline the character and show my process for drawing the character, just so you can kind of get an idea of the process of what I like to do to get the character drawn out. And I'm actually working off of a reference or a page from the book of the manga, and it's a scene during his fight with the character Pickle. And for this particular scene, I'm showing how his arms are edging backwards, and as he's edging backwards, it's like his back is flexing. So when I make those two square shapes as far as the chest and the torso, or the chest and the waist, but I'm putting those two circles in the back, and I brought them kind of closer together, so you can kind of see as if his arms are kind of pulling itself backwards. And then also put the cylinders for the arm and the forearm to kind of structure it out and get a basis for how far or how big I want the character to be in the picture. And right now I'm getting legs in, which I'm also getting cylinders. Sometimes I'll do it as a cylinder, and sometimes I'll kind of like arch it in a little bit to give me an idea that it's a leg. The feet are foreshortened on the bottom, so that's why I kind of did like a short cylinder in the bottom, and then I'm putting the feet in. And sometimes when I draw feet, I'll put both circles, like two circles, one for the heel and then another circle for the front part, to kind of it's kind of an easier way of drawing feet or positioning feet, to know which way the foot is going to go when you're drawing it out and putting in the details. Right now I'm going to start to, and also usually when I'm doing this part of the sketch, I mean, I didn't really do it for the basis of this video, only because I'm not sure how well it would show in the video, but I might do in a future video just to kind of see if it showed up pretty well. But usually when I'm doing this sketch phase, I use my blue pencil. I have like a blue lead pencil, and the reason why I like using that is because a lot of the times especially if you saw the thumbnail has everything already shaded with the marker. I like to shade things with the marker now to kind of get used to doing that. And it makes it easier because, for one, the lead doesn't smear, or the blue lead doesn't smear. So as I'm rubbing my hand across the paper, the blue lead isn't going to smear across. But when I'm using the regular lead, the lead, you get that smear, and I have to kind of keep my hand off the paper. I could put a piece of paper under my hand, but I don't like using. I mean, a lot of artists like doing that, but I don't like doing that. I like to have my hand like full in the paper, so that's why I like using the blue lead. So right now I'm putting in the lines for his shirt. Now, for when I'm doing shirts or the clothing, I'm always rotating. I think I did a video like 6 or 8 videos ago or something like that, of how to draw clothes. You can check that out. This is in my channel somewhere. But for when I do clothing, I like to rotate the wrinkles around the shape. So if it's a cylinder shape, you just rotate the wrinkles around the cylinder shape, which is what you see here. And then so right now I'm doing the forearms. I'm adding in that detail into the forearms, and of course the picture, I think I'm adding a little bit more detail than what the picture has, because I like to emphasize a little bit more on the muscles. Cause I know that Baki, they do a lot of crazy muscles, and I like that style. So I just kind of like add a little bit more muscles to it. And I'm adding the wrinkles around the sides. I'm also rotating the wrinkles around. Even when I'm falling off of what the reference has, I'm still rotating it around. And that's basically the process that he uses when he forms his lines. Of course, when you be better, you don't have to do the shaping phase beforehand. And a lot of times I don't really do the shaping phase. I like to use it only if it's a type of pose or a type of character, or depending on the situation it is, sometimes it may be a pose that's too difficult to do, then I may have to start using the shape outlines before I do the actual picture. But the majority of the time, sometimes I can just draw it straight out. And so right now he's kneeling down, and he's gonna have blood on his hands, which is what I'm gonna draw. And it's basically the same pencil. I'm just pressing down harder to get the lead darker. And I'm erasing, and on this part I'm erasing the bottom because the legs are too long, and I'm gonna shorten them a little bit more. So you hear I'm gonna start shortening the legs to bring it a little further up, and bring his foot up a little bit, and also bringing the wrinkles up into the area where the butt is, because the pants do wrinkle in that area. So I'm getting the foot in, same as before. Do a little circle, kind of show where the heel is going to be, and then get the rest of the outline of the foot. Cylinder for the, or like a foreshortened cylinder for the attachment of his bottom part of his leg. Okay, and darkening it up. And then for these videos are mostly going to be me just showing the process of sketching out the figure. It's not going to be like the full-on finished product like you see in the thumbnail, because I just want to show my process for creating the figure out. And I'm going to do a separate video later on to show my process on shading, or how I shade with the markers, and the type of markers I use, the best markers that I would use to use to shade with, where it won't leave those streaks in the shadows and things like that. But I'll get into all that when I do my shading video. Right now I'm getting the hands in. I'm putting the hands in, but I didn't focus too much on the hands because I figured it's just he has a lot of blood on his hands anyway, and most of the blood that's in the references is so much that it covers pretty much covers the majority of his hands anyway. So I just go based off of what I see here, and then just put the same exact thing. But even still, I still just detail his hand anyway, even though it's going to be covered mostly with the blood. Get all that in. There's the thumb, and then the fingers. And also make sure you hit that like button also if you like what you see. You still want to continue to see more videos like this. Help me out, help out the channel. Throwing in some blood down on the bottom, kind of make it look a little liquidy, so it can possibly believable. And sometimes when I go over with ink, I would I'll let it sit for a while. I wouldn't start erasing it right away, because sometimes when you erase the ink, it will just start to look kind of faded, and have to sometimes go over it with the ink again, because all the lines are kind of grayed out. I'm starting to get the head in. I kind of thickening the head a little bit more, so not really worry too much about erasing too much on the body, because when I ink it, I kind of sometimes I'll ink like the shoulder may be smaller, and then I might ink a little bit bigger above the circle to kind of make it show a little bit more bigger, because sometimes I'll change things around when I'm inking. So using the pencil is more like a base. All right, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say here, and hope you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and take care.